You're driving down the highway, you spot a car where there's a couple of skinheads, they're staring at you, at your 18-year-old daughter, and taking pictures. What's really going on here? No, you won't believe what's happening next in this story. Today, I'm gonna review for you We Are Watching by Alison Gaylin. It will be released on January 28th, and I got my early copy from NetGalley. So thanks to NetGalley, the author and the publisher, for providing me with an ARC so I can read it before publication date, and all that in an exchange for an honest review. Now, this story starts with a family, Justin and Meg, who are driving their daughter Lily to her college. Now, Lily is gonna be moving into her dorm, and this family are having your typical conversations when you're going to drop off your first kid in college and asking all the questions, the kind of situation that, it typically happens. Now, up until that point, everything seemed very mundane and normal, but eventually, as they're driving, they notice that there's a car by them, that in it, there's a couple of skinheads, and they're just staring really at them, and taking picture of their daughter. The daughter, Lily, is really uncomfortable. She's trying to lay down, but the car is so full that she can't really hide underneath, and so she's really uncomfortable in this situation. Now, the mom is trying to lose them, but in her attempt to do that, they have an accident, and the father, Justin, loses his life. Now, Justin and Meg had a bookstore, and sometime after their grieving time, they decide to open this in honor of Justin, who really loved this bookstore. Now, when they open, a lot of weird things start to happen. This includes a scene of a seemingly unwell woman making a scene at the bookstore and showing how she's missing a finger, trying to send a message that you'll have to read it to figure out what that is. There's people making singings, there's vandalism, there's harassment, deep fake videos on their Facebook page, and the most concerning part, threatening messages. Now, I have to say that there's something happening with this family regarding a song and a book, and that's all you need to know. But everything that is happening is somehow related to those two things that are in this family. There's a lot more characters and deep secrets that I'm not going to talk about during this review, but just so you know, that is only the beginning of this story. Now, just to have an idea, and because I wish I knew this information before, this book has a lot of doomsday themes, brainwashing, conspiracy theories, fanatism, devil worshippers, and possibly a cult. And at the end, the ending is satisfying to the story itself. I felt like it was satisfying, but at the same time, I felt like it was very, very, very unsettling. As far as my personal experience with this theme and this book, I have to say that this was definitely a 3-star for me. It covers themes that they don't scare me. Yes, I do think that they were in a scary situation, but there are just some things that I feel like they're too crazy, and even though they do happen, but they don't scare me enough to keep me going back to the book. I feel like a lot of people said that this book was really fast-paced. It was thrilling. It was, well, in my experience, what really makes a book move faster, sometimes it's a double timeline or multiple POVs, and I felt like this story was pretty straightforward. Yes, it did uncover things from the past and stuff like that, but it was almost like it was telling me everything, and I wasn't able to see it for myself. Another thing that I really don't care for is any kind of religion, and I mentioned this before. It's not that I'm not religious myself, but I don't like books that are too religious, like they base everything on religion. I don't think I like that trope itself. If it's touched on, I don't mind it, but if you make the scary part about religion or a cult, I just don't find it entertaining. So for me, although this was a really good story, good plot, I thought that the characters were interesting enough for me to follow the story, I did not enjoy the themes that were the cause of what really was happening. And it all ties down to this accident, and if it was caused by somebody or by something, and in the end you're gonna have to find out. So this book was definitely not for me, but it could be for you. It could be one of those books that really interest you. If doomsday, conspiracy theories, religious cults and stuff like that really appeal to you, I think you're really going to enjoy this book. However, this is not the action-packed kind of thriller that I enjoy, particularly myself, and it did take me quite a bit of time to finish this book because I felt like I wasn't completely invested in the story to go back and try to find out what really happened. So let me know, is this in your TBR list? Did you read this book? I would love to know what you thought about it. If you had a completely different experience, I love to hear it in the comments down below. Again, this is just a guideline based on what I enjoy in thrillers and what I enjoy in mysteries and books in general. So this could appeal to other audience. I'm just sharing my experience with it. Thanks again for being here, guys. I'll talk to you guys next time.